What's up, everyone? Marc Lobliner, CEO, MTS Nutrition. First off, I apologize for the lighting in here. I usually have natural light coming through, but it's 8:30 p.m. As you might know, I wake up at 4 a.m., if not earlier, every morning to make sure that I can leave at 3:30 p.m. because from 3:30 to 8:30, I usually coach, well, I always coach, a soccer academy in St. Charles, Illinois. I do their speed and injury prevention and strength training, and it's something I love doing, something I'm good at doing, and it's something I won't give up because it's you know, just helping kids get to that next level is a passion of mine. And I had to do this video because I was actually doing a YouTube live today, and people were like, did you see TheMaccTruck's apology? And I honestly don't think it warranted an apology, and I'll explain why. But after I watched the video, before I went to practice, my wife and I watched the video, you know, I read some comments, and one of them was, I guess Marc's not doing an apology. Now, bear in mind, I heard about this right before I left the house. And I have not just one job, but including the coaching job and the companies I own, well over 10 jobs. And I apologize for not getting the apology faster because it's not Mac's fault, right? Like, Mac is talking about being a man, and he's a bigger man than me because I should have done this a long time ago. And I know he's good friends with my business partner and probably one of my best friends in the world, Mike Rashid. And I know he's friends with Big Rob Did It. I know he's friends with all these guys, and Simeon, who I have tremendous respect for. You know, and I should have done this a long time ago because it's my bad, 100%. I started it, and it's because I say stupid shit. And I say stupid shit because I'm immature. And that's just me. And, you know, I started all of this. Basically, I was doing a live YouTube with my wife. And actually, after this, I didn't do lives for probably a good 6-7 months because I realized I said some stupid shit. And I remember it, like, I remember the video. You know, I think I took it down, actually, because I realized it was stupid, or I edited that part out, if I'm not mistaken. And somebody said, what do you think about TheMaccTruck stealing your logo? Look, dude, I don't own the letter M. I own trademarks, but you can't trademark the letter M. His M doesn't look like mine. In fact, I think him and Cody Montgomery's logo are quite similar. And like he said, the money team, and you can't trademark a look. And someone said it, and and it was when the Rich Piana thing was hot, before Rich passed away, I believe. And I said, I don't know much about TheMaccTruck other than he's that guy who punched Rich Piana in the face. I think I said something like that. It was probably much more rude and stupid. And you know how the internet is. Everybody sent it to Mac, and man, Mac went hard on me, dude. Like, he went hard. And I kept being tagged, and people were sending it to me, and it was the point I just started ignoring it because I actually followed him before this all happened. And he had like videos of midgets dancing, which is funny because I'm pretty short. And he did bring up my wife, but it wasn't in a way, like, it wasn't that disrespectful. The shit that's said about my wife online, trust me, we got some thick skin, man. We got some thick Islander skin going on right here. So at the end of the day, dude, he rolls with similar people I roll with. He's from LA, dude. I mean, I went to Culver City High School. You know, I basically was on the streets of Inglewood as a kid. You know, we're from the same fucking area, dude. Like, I'm just looking at this and I'm like, why did this beef happen? And it all comes back to me. Everything comes back to me. And this is not the first, nor will it be the last time I say stupid shit. I'm just going to be 100% real on this. 100% real. Look, TheMaccTruck is more of a man than me because he identified this. And the other day, I was scrolling through Instagram, and I still follow TheMaccTruck. And I saw a picture of him holding, and you guys know I'm business partners with Mike Rashid and Sean Torbati in the Ambrosia Collective. Ambrosia is, I mean, it's our baby. You know, I mean, I just spent probably an hour talking to Mike and Sean today about future looks and this and that. Ambrosia is a passion of all of ours, and I know that, and I saw Mac holding up like, hey, I'm worried about my health now. This stuff is awesome. I'm like, this is amazing. Like, I didn't even think back. I didn't even think he remembered it, to be honest with you. I was hoping he didn't because it was my bad. So I shared it, and I'm like, dude, Mac, this is a good dude. Here it is. And I thought it would just be at that and we'd move on. We wouldn't even mention it ever again, which is a bitch thing of me to do. We come from the same fucking streets, man. Like, you know, we come from the same fabric, that fucking LA, fucking, you're by your word life, you know? And for him to do it before me just shows that I'm just a bitch. In this situation, I'm a little bitch. And I just wanted to just pretend it never happened, right? Like, we'll just see each other. I'm sure like at the, you know, he's not going to be at the Arnold. I already checked on that. But with Mike and everybody and Rob and all these dudes, like we're all from the same fucking spot. And for me to have any issue with this guy, and again, like I thought I tell you, he actually sent me a link to the video. I'm like, that's awesome. And I wrote back like his memes were funny as shit. Like it was to the point where I know, you know, Dexter Jackson even was, I remember reading a comment, Dexter was like, bro, this is funny. And I know Dex, you know, I'm like, oh, if Dexter thinks it's funny. So the bottom line is, like, dude, it was me. Like, I started it. And I wasn't afraid of Mac throwing hands at me or fighting me. I mean, come on, dude, we're men. Like, I don't get in fights. Like, I could literally, like, I have too much to lose, and I'm sure Mac is the same. What he had with Rich from me watching this video is so much deeper than just a stupid comment made by a stupid individual. Myself is that stupid individual. All right? It was so far beyond that, man. They had legit personal issues, right? I have nothing personal with Mac, dude. I just fucked up. It is what it is. You know, I wasn't worried about him throwing hands at me. I was worried about awkwardness, to be honest with you. Like, you know, like imagine if he goes up, hey, Mike, what's up? Then he sees me and he's like, that's that motherfucker that said that shit. Like, I'll be real, like, I ain't fighting anybody, you know? If someone punched me in the face, I'm probably just going to be like, whatever. Because let's say I do punch back, and I'm not saying this happened to Mac. He's a big dude. Let's say I do hit someone back. They fall wrong or I injure them or something. They're going to sue me. It happened to my buddy. My buddy is an MMA guy, and he was picking someone up from a club. He wasn't even in the club. This dude came out, thought he was someone else. Of course, he's a trained fighter. The guy throws a punch. He hits him. Dude falls, of course gets injured. He was exonerated for any charges against him. It was a personal lawsuit, but it cost him $50,000 just to defend himself. Like, I mean, I don't think we're at that level in our life, you know, being successful and doing what we do, where we're gonna throw hands. You know what I mean? I think we're just gonna have words and move on. But honestly, like, people ask where my apology is, and you know, I'm going to apologize for two things. One, I'm going to apologize for not apologizing sooner because that's a real bitch thing to do. I should have fessed up, manned up to me saying stupid shit. And another thing is, I apologize for what I said, man. I really do. So, Mac, you know what? Again, man, there's a lot, like you said in your video, you know, there's a lot of similarities. Like, you know where I'm from. I know where you're from. Like, we get it. We're from the same fabric, right? Like, we fought and worked and just hustled for everything we have in life. And if we were to train together, it wouldn't just be about like, hey, bro, what do you do for your biceps? There'd be a lot of similarities in what we have in common, you know? And that's what it comes down to. I know you guys are saying, what do you know, Mark? You know, what do you know? You guys aren't the same, you know? And I know a lot of people will say that, like, oh, you're just trying to play to this, play to that. No. If you guys know me and where I come from, you know, there are a lot of similarities. And, you know, it's a shame that I created this unnecessary even need to apologize. But I'll tell you this, Mac is a bigger man than me. Not just physically, but he's a bigger man than me in the man sense. And I know it's kind of weird to throw around that word man, you know, it's like, oh, toxic masculinity. No. I'm old school like that, all right? As a man, there's certain things you should do. You should provide for your family, you should protect your family, and you should friggin' man up when you do some bad shit. And that comment, albeit 10-second comment, was unnecessary, and it was just wrong. And for that, I apologize. However, guys, again, I'd like to say it's over. It's squashed. And I hope that me and Matt can work together in some way, or at least be friendly and cordial. And I think it's on that path. Again, we have a lot of similarities in common. But on that note, I got to go pack. My daughter has the biggest weekend of her life coming up. She has an Olympic development tournament in Memphis. And, you know, for her, this is where they kind of pick the regional team. And from regional, you can potentially go national. And this is like her dream. So I got to go make sure they get ready for bed. And I apologize for not doing this video sooner. Not just sooner to when Mac released his, but sooner as in like a year ago. All right, guys? Thanks so much for watching. I appreciate it. Again, all my apologies go out to Mac for me being a little bitch. And that's it. That's not a game.